welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, follow us on Twitter and IG. Okay, on the docket today, we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 10. Guess who's coming to Blue Ridge? Well, ooh.
What did you think? What did you think about this episode? I want your thoughts first before I give mine.
Well, as usual, the first part of the episode, with the exception of the play date, was kind of boring. So I was waiting for the last part, like the last 10, 20 minutes where they cram all the action in. And it was soured for me. Like my palate was soured because I felt like Marlo ruins every gathering with the same stupidity.
See, that's the way. Okay, I'm glad you feel the same way. That's the way I felt. I felt like I was watching it. I watched it yesterday, and I really felt like if I could just fast forward like the first like 35 minutes, 40 minutes,
Well, I
I'd be
did
okay.
play date with little what is it? Cash in Brooklyn? No. What is it? What
Blaze,
Blaze? There we go. Oh, I called her Cash. I'm sorry.
wrong housewife, wrong housewife. That's Kim
What?
Zolciak's
Oh
child.
yes. Yes. Well, all of these names I can't, but they were so cute running around. When she came and she asked for popcorn, and Kenya was like, "How do we ask for it?" And she was like, "Can I please have some popcorn?" And then they were sharing, and I thought it was cute.
Okay.
Just think about it though. Would you have ever thought when Kenya first came on this and when Candy first came on this show that you would see the two of them together at a play date with their children, their young children, bonding like that? I just thought it
No.
was nice, and I thought about like the whole arc and how far the ladies have come. That's all. I just thought
But see,
it made me think back.
I think they're genuine friends though. Like genuine friends. Like so it comes
Never thought
across.
that would have happened either.
I mean, when Kenya first came on the show, we didn't really think she would be friends with anybody. If we're being completely honest, just because of her
Exactly.
attitude and her demeanor. But
Yeah.
she's grown. Like she's. I think when she came on the show, she felt like I think she felt like she to me she came across a little insecure only because like she wasn't married and didn't have
Mm-hmm.
a boyfriend or anything. So she kind of felt like she had to prove herself like she belonged there. But I think
Mm-hmm.
she's learned and grown and kind of understood that she has to take some responsibility for her life, and she's done that.
Yeah, I mean, Candy's still a hustler, but I never thought she would have had little kids. Because, like, when she came on, she had a fiance, but then he died. I mean, she's gone through a lot in all the years she's been on here. Kenya,
Right.
her attitude has done a whole 180. She's actually likable this season.
I think she's
Interesting.
allowed herself to have friends though. That's the one thing also when she came on the show, she was really guarded. Like everything was a competition versus you just
Mm-hmm.
coming on the show to work and get to know people and to see
Mm-hmm.
what develops. But she's kind of let her guard down a little bit. She's allowed people to be her friend, and I think that's been a huge thing. And she understands Candy. I think with Kenya, consistency is everything. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have to be consistent in your behavior towards her in order for her to trust and like you. And she's seen Candy's been the same way throughout. She has not changed. Like this is what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they can disagree so often
Mm-hmm.
and talk it out and hash it out and keep it moving. That's what true
Right.
friendship is.
I did like how Candy automatically kicked into business mode when Kenya said, "I'm trying to save my company." And Candy was like, "Okay, so what do you need?" And it's good that Kenya is no longer doing it by herself. She's hired
Right.
people.
Hmm.
Um, it is what it is with regards to the shipments from overseas, but at
Hmm.
least she has somebody who has more expertise than her to alleviate that stress off of her shoulder, so she could be the face of the company.
Right. And Candy said a great thing though. She said when black owned business, minority owned businesses where they struggle is growth. They still try
Mhm.
to do everything themselves versus hiring someone to help them.
Yep. Yep.
She said, I
So
think she said that. I think she said that perfectly.
yeah, but good job that Kenya was talking to the business person on this show about her business issues. Yay. Yeah, the beginning part, other than the play date, I did enjoy the play date, maybe because I was just nostalgic during it. Um, but I did like that. Then they're packing. Um, I oh god, you know, you know that old saying like you what is it? It's my mother has this old saying, right, about how a cow that gives a bucket of milk and then as soon as it's finished, he kicks down the milk.
Hmm.
He kicks the bucket of milk over so that you can't get it. Like I
Right.
feel that's Marlo. I
Okay.
feel like every time she does something, she puts a twist on it so that others can't enjoy it. And it makes me feel like she's very selfish. Like the thing with the cars, all right? She and Sheree are in their car and they're eating. She sends the other car for the other ladies and sends them wings, but yet they can't eat in their car.
Right.
Did you not get the cars from the same car service? What is going on here? Like, I feel like she does things maliciously so as to put a wrench in everybody else's good time. All right, so Kenya shows up, right?
Hmm.
And instead of being happy that she shows up, she's over there thinking that Candy and Kenya are conspiring, and then it becomes an issue that she has to stay at the house. And if she's not staying at the house, she can't participate in any of the events. Well, you're not the producer, Marlo. I just and that whole argument at the end, I'm tired of it.
I felt like Candy in that moment. I'm just, it's the same thing over. Here we go. She's like, here we go again.
But Kenya did make a very good point. It is a very toxic relationship because it just keeps on circling the drain. And it gets monotonous and it's tiresome. And that's for me as a viewer. I could not imagine. Well, I know I wouldn't be in a situation like that because, well, first of all, I'm not getting paid to put up with that shit. But second of all, I just don't engage in that. Like, I'm at the end of my life. No, I'm
No,
not.
I get you.
I'm not partaking in that foolishness. It's just not.
There's no point in doing that at the end of the day. Like, why waste your time? Like, that's why honest. This is why I try to get through to people. Why do you waste your time on people who blatantly just don't like you? Like, why even try? You can put
It
that time into someone else who actually will nurture the relationship, cultivate stuff like that. Marlo doesn't have any time. Sorry, Marlo doesn't have any time for anything but Marlo. And let's just be honest about that.
exactly. And I was happy that Marlo finally got a peach, but if this is the behavior that a peach holder is giving, I she could go back to being a friend.
Right.
It was just disappointing. It soured the whole episode for me because now I've gotten myself into looking forward to the last 20 minutes of the episode, and this is what she gave. Eh.
Yeah, I don't care about. I'm not like it's very difficult to care about Marlo when she acts this way.
Oh, and the scene where she was with her sister Crystal, I felt bad
Hmm.
for Crystal because Crystal has 4 kids.
Right.
And then she dumps the boys on her. And Crystal was like, you need to give them structure, not just
For
their
sure.
schoolwork, like everything else. Stop trying to buy them children and actually like parent them. I don't know. Um, Funniest part of the episode was the candle part, the candle game. I can't remember what Marlo called it, but you had to guess from a description of a candle who those words represented in the group. And poor Drew,
I felt I laughed. I'm sorry. I laughed. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna even sit here for like I did.
poor Drew. Oh my God. Why is she on this show again?
I just
Um,
don't. I don't. I just struggle with her, and it's you know on nerves. I struggle with her because I want to like her, but she's not giving what we need.
and I actually participated in a reply on Twitter because Drew's confessional dress, that tobacco velvet with the brocade thing on the shoulder that's smothering her in her confessionals. Someone on Twitter said, "Oh, Drew's killing it," and I had to reply back, "Hair and makeup are beautiful, but someone needs to get her a tailor to properly tailor her dress so it would fit her better. Because standing up, you can tell where it's too big. And then
Hmm.
sitting down, what's supposed to be a strapless dress showing some of your decollage, it's a turtleneck on her. And you see where stitching is coming up on the neckline. It's just like, oh my God. Well, whatever.
I've just lowered my expectations for Drew and kept it moving at this point.
Oh, and we got an announcement. Sonia is doing a Candy Burris. She is delaying her arrival to the trip because she got some business to do down in Miami with Ross with iFit, and she maneuvered a cash trip, compliments of iFit, for all the housewives and a plus one to Jamaica. And she makes the announcement when she finally arrives. Loving it. Uh,
And I like the fact that they're paying for everyone to go. It's gonna be a good time. And it, how did you feel about the conversation? Who was okay? It was a conversation between Sonya and Drew, but Drew was relaying it to someone else. Here's the thing,
mhm,
you know, with that conversation, Sonya went to get Ralph's perspective as a male.
mhm,
He is the one who brought up the fact, like Sonya's like, well, we're busy, you know, even with just the one between their careers and their businesses plus the baby.
mhm.
She's like, well, we're busy with just the one. I'm not sure how. Basically, I'm not sure how another one would affect the dynamic. He's like, well, we got three, and we're just as busy as you guys, if
Or
not more.
busier. Mhm,
So he brought up that
mhm.
conversation, not Sonya. So for Drew to feel some kind of way, talk to your husband about that. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. And I think Candy made a comment. She was like, "What exactly does he do?" He said
He's like,
IT, corporate
yeah,
America IT.
something like I think they own I want to say the IT securities business of some sort. That's the way if I recall it correctly. That's the way it is.
Okay. Mhm. All right, Mr. Alias. Anywho, I find that Drew has selective hearing because she did
Mm-hmm.
it with um uh Fatum. She did it with Fatum at Brooklyn's birthday party. Remember, Fatum said, "Isn't
Mm-hmm.
this the same assistant who said that your husband was gay?" But Drew heard something totally different and was like, "Don't attack my husband. Don't be calling my husband." And at the end, they're like, "Girl, did you hear what she said?" And it wasn't till New York that she actually heard what was said at the birthday party days before. Drew's not a very good communicator.
Mm-mm. Not at all. She hears
Hey,
what she wants to hear.
New York is hot, hot, hot. Oh my God. Well, make sure that you stay cool, Ava. Hey, Susan. Welcome everybody to the chat. I know this episode, I wanted to like it. I really did. But it became a boo at the end. Marlo soured everything for me.
Yeah, for no reason.
Any final thoughts on this?
No, this was. It was to me. This felt like a, a half filler episode. Like they could just literally cut off the front half of the episode. We'd have been good to go. Because like you said, everything was in the last half of the show.
But that's become the trend with all of them, all of the franchises
Mm-hmm.
now. So I am adjusting how I watch the shows by, kind of doing stuff at the beginning part. And
Right.
then, like, I start paying attention last 20 minutes. But that was ruined this week with Marlo's infantile behavior. And I did like when Sheree leaned over the table and said to Drew, "Do you see how you behave with regards to Marlo? Never, like, always over talking whoever she is
Mm-hmm.
arguing with." Hopefully Drew took that in.
And I do want to ask you one more question before we go.
Mm-hmm.
How, with Crystal being so accommodating, do you think that's going to be a problem?
I want to know how much money Marlo is sending her sister. I
Okay.
really do, because it's a huge inconvenience.
Right. Because I'm looking at it from this standpoint. Crystal just easily took the boys in their family. I
Mm-hmm.
understand, but if Marlo gets in the habit of just throwing the boys to someone, or whenever
Mm-hmm.
she needs a break, she can send them to Crystal and just give Crystal some money. That's a concern.
But Crystal's used to that because when Marlo was taking care of Crystal, when she got tired of Crystal, she threw her over to their mama.
Yeah.
So Crystal know what to expect from personal experience. But I want Marlo to hear her sister when she says you need to give them strength. They're teenage boys
Right.
who are going through a huge upheaval and issues with their mom, and now you kicking them to the curb, Marlo. I'm glad Marlo is getting therapy, but I would like for her to get some parenting classes too. She'll need to learn how to change a diaper, but she does need to learn how to communicate effectively with not only her family, her nephews, but also with other people. Oof.
I
How do
got
you
you.
spell
All
your
right.
baby? Okay. Ooh. Ryan asks, with Sheree, how do you sprain your baby toe trying on a rain boot? I could sort of understand a strappy heel or sandal, but not a rain boot. Yeah, because I've got wellies here. Like there's nothing to catch your toe on. And like, how long is your baby toe? That made me think too. I thought maybe she banged it because, like,
That's
if
what I thought.
yeah, because I know somebody who broke their baby toe by banging it. Like they walked into like a foot of a table or something like that,
Yep.
and kind of mushed it. Um, but yeah, a boot, and she did say a rain boot too. My rain boots don't have anything inside that would catch my
Right.
toe. Okay, and next week episode, she's jumping on a trampoline. Make it make sense. Did she have on the boot, or was she barefooted when she's doing that? That don't make sense. Did she
Mm-mm.
sprain it or break it?
I thought
I
she
haven't
said broke.
really heard. Yeah, because she said that the toe went up and her foot went down. She better check her calcium level. Go get a bone density test. Girl, you at that age. I know because I'm at that age. I don't know. No boot. Oh, she didn't have on a boot on the trampoline? I smell something stinky, and it's not her feet. She must have freaky long toes. Like, I have long toes, but I don't think I've ever gotten them caught on stuff. I don't know. We'll have to look at her feet. Next week, I'll
Right.
look at
Look at the boot.
them. Mm-hmm. I wonder. Interesting.
But
Anybody
overall, I'm
else?
interested.
Mm,
I'm
what?
interested. I'm interested to see the activities that they do, and I want to see if Kenya stays at the house or not, and if she shows up or not. I'm curious, like if she doesn't stay at the house, does she still show up to the events?
I love it when she said Brooklyn didn't make it tonight, and someone was like, "You're right, Kenya don't know where Brooklyn is. Where's Brooklyn?"
Right.
What do you mean Brooklyn wasn't able to make it tonight? Does she have a social calendar? She having play dates
Probably.
at night? Oh my God. Well, I think it's nice that Kenya got a house close by, um, so that baby Brooklyn and the nanny could be there.
Right.
I believe baby Brooklyn and the nanny are already there because Kenya does not go anywhere without that kid.
Mm-mm.
So, and I do believe she needs some place to remove herself to based on what happened with the Drop It by Drew. Wait, somebody renamed Drop It with Drew. Candy. What did Candy rename
Drama with Drew.
Drama with Drew? Yes. Mm, dumplings with Drew. Ugh. I don't know. Marlo can't dictate that. Yeah,
Right.
she can. I thought that was ridiculous. Production dictates everything with these women, and she cannot exclude Kenya from events, effectively excluding her from filming when she's contractually obligated
Right.
to film. She does not have
Hmm.
COVID, C-19 or anything like that. She's there. Marlo can't tell her you can't attend.
Exactly.
Very weird. Very weird. Anyhow, y'all, that was it.
It
That's all
really
I.
was though.
Yeah, it wasn't much of an episode, and it was sour at the end. Next week, let's hope we can get something a little bit better, because the highlights for me were the play date at the top of the episode and the candle game.
Right. The candle game was good.
Mhm. And that was it.
I love when Candy said, "Kenya's my girl now," but she's like, "I want to win."
She's so competitive.
That was hilarious to me. Love
She's
you,
so
girl. Back on.
competitive. Oh my God. All right, y'all. So today we have a triple header. Our three housewives. Wait. Yeah, three
Yeah.
housewife
Yeah.
shows. Sorry. It's been a full day for me. So we have Atlanta. Next up will be Beverly Hills at 3, and then Dubai at 4.
Yep.
Oh, I can't think. I'm so tired. All right, y'all. Join us at the top of the hour. Bring all of your notes on Beverly Hills. I'm not sure why I can't see the thumbnail on YouTube. I'm not sure why, and I don't have time to check into it. But join us later. All right, Jamal. Any final thoughts?
No, we're good to go.
All right, y'all. So until next time.
Yep.